Benner Daily Show, and Pete enjoyed himself so much, he's back on again tonight. He said, you know what? I'm coming back on again tonight. Pete, welcome. What's going on, brother?
Hey, thank you, Danny. I just couldn't stay away. It was a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. I don't know about you, Danny, but I can tolerate these Vegas winters. This is my first winter ever in Vegas, and man, my thermometer in the car said 78. I don't know if it was true or not, but it was warm. It felt good.
Listen, I got out. I took a nice 3 mile hike today. I swear to you guys, and I know the rest of the country's not going to believe it. I was sweating. The sun was so hot, I was sweating. I had to put my air conditioner on in my house. Pete called me and said he was putting his air conditioner on. It was insane. The weather we're having in Vegas for the middle of January. Now, listen, guys, it never gets really cold here. But honestly, mid 70s and upper 70s is pretty good for fucking January. I mean, it's crazy. And tomorrow's going to be another nice day. And Pete, 45 days the pool's open. 45 days. March 1st, the pool's open.
I can't believe it. It's already happening. And yes, that's actually when I texted you. I was turning my AC on. I said, you know what? It's a little hot today in the middle of winter. And I'm going to be at every pool. I'll be at all the new pools I haven't seen yet. I've probably been to half the Vegas pools so far. So I've got to go to the other half this spring.
Dude, and I'll tell you what, remember, I keep telling you to remember this. Resort World's pool is heated. You can go to Resort World right now and go to their heated pool.
I love that, man. I love Resort World. It's such a nice casino resort. If anyone's never been there, it's just so clean. It's so pristine. And obviously the pool is dope. So I'll see you at Resorts World.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Pete, a lot of people. I put it. Sorry, I put this on the computer. Give me 1 second. There, I shut it off. One thing about Resort World, Pete, that I want to say to people is it gets a lot of hate because it is expensive. It's a fancy casino. It's expensive, but I'm going to tell you, the food is excellent in there. Every single restaurant's excellent. The service is excellent. The games are excellent. The slot machines, every time I go there, they hit. And the poker room is excellent. I love it. I stay there all the time. I love Resort World.
I'll say one more nice thing about it. Actually, two things about Resort World. They have my second favorite horse race machine. I don't usually gamble a lot, but if I'm going to have fun, I like to bet on the little horses to see which one comes in. My favorite one is the original old school one downtown. It's at the D on the second level. You have to use real quarters. But my second favorite one is Resorts World because it's only 25 cents a bet. So you got to go there. And plus, they have massage girls walking around at all times. Hey, that's just something that I notice,
Listen, Pete's always noticed. Listen, I've been on the Vegas Strip with Pete. He always notices the women.
I have a hard time not noticing. What can I
say? So, Pete, we're going to talk about a lot of fun things tonight. But the first thing I want to go over is Minnesota just had another shooting. They just had another shooting, another ICE agent 1 hour before we just went on the air. I had to quickly do a video for my social media. What the reports are saying is an officer was fighting with somebody. Now, these are unconfirmed reports. We don't know everything right now. But supposedly he's fighting with a guy on the ground, and two people come from their houses with sticks and a shovel that fucking hit the ICE agent, and they shoot the guy. Now, the guy with the shovel, I'm hearing, was shot. Folks, I want to tell the Democrats out there, please look me in the eyes. You come after an ICE agent, they're going to fucking shoot you. Use some fucking common sense, you dumbasses. You're listening to the media. You're listening to the Democrat politicians. They're rats in a corner, these people, and they're telling you what to do, and you're the one getting fucking shot. Don Lemon's not getting fucking shot. The announcers on CNN ain't getting shot. Your fucking stupid ass is getting shot. Attacking a cop, an armed cop with a fucking shovel, you're a dumb fuck. I'm telling you straight out. You're a dumb fuck.
Sorry, Pete. No, man, I can only imagine how triggering that is for you after 27 years of law enforcement, 27 years of putting on that badge and that gun and serving and protecting. And you saw countless acts of violence. You saw countless arrests. You made countless arrests. You saw dead bodies. You've literally been on the front lines for years. And now you're seeing these stories of absolute morons who are just completely disregarding their life and the life of others. Now, it's one thing to have a cause, but to pick up a shovel and go after an armed soldier or armed agent of the law, you're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind. And here's the other thing, Pete. They're not shooting immigrants that they're picking up. It's not the criminals they're picking up. It's not the people they're taking in custody. It's the stupid fucking snow cone head liberals. I don't know if the fucking dye goes to their skull, Pete. Who the fuck attacks an ICE agent? And it's these women, Pete. The Democratic Party is 80% women and 20% feminine males. I didn't stutter. 20% feminine males. Again, I didn't stutter. I see it. We all see it, Pete. There's no tough guys on the corner, okay? There's no, the Hells Angels ain't fucking on the street blocking the street, okay? It's feminine men and fucking liberal snow cone head women. That's what it is. I'm sorry, and I know, Pete, you're not as blunt as me, but tonight I'm fired up because these people are downright fucking stupid. They're dumb and they're stupid.
Let's say, man, there are ways to fight without violence, and there are ways to go to battle with different weapons. These people are not using their brains if they think that they have a chance of survival. What I see is suicide by cop. What I see is they realize, oh, they want to be a martyr or a cause, maybe, and maybe their life is so bad that they've given up. Because when you do that, when you face off with an armed officer or a soldier of any kind, you should expect death is likely, very likely.
Exactly. And Pete, here's the thing. This Renee girl that was killed, and listen, guys, it was horrible to see. Okay. It was horrible to see. I wish it didn't happen. Okay. I do wish it didn't happen. Okay. But you got to realize this girl was preparing for this. They trained to deal with ICE officers. They trained to yell, "Oh, you're hurting me," when the ICE officers arrested them. They trained for this, and they trained to video each other. This girl was there to be taken into custody on purpose. She was there to cause disruption. They practiced this. The stupid snow cone head liberals practice this. Like, what are you fucking doing? You know why we're not out there? Because we have jobs and we have to do content and we have to have money so we can fucking eat. I'm not on the fucking street harassing cops, you stupid dumb fucks. I'm sorry, they're dumb.
And you know what's wild, Danny, is you're actually fighting for a cause and you're making more of an impact than these people who think that by taking their life away or by, destroying something, they think that they're going to cause a ripple effect. They're just dying. They're just honestly making their actions seem completely unprepared and unwise, unskilled, and they literally should have expected what happened.
Exactly. And Tommy's on here. And hey, Tom, what's going on? Tommy's always our biggest fan here. Thank you, Tommy. He said it's simply nuts. And it is. And Pete, we talked beforehand. This is going to get worse. I'm watching TikTok videos. These liberal women are saying this is the revolution. We're going to get guns. We're going to do this. You're going to die. I'm going to tell you straight out, you're going to fucking die. If you think you're going to take on the federal fucking government, you're going to fucking die. You are dumb, you are stupid, and you need to reconsider. Thank you.
And Danny, with your voice, with my voice, we are able to affect change by talking and we can fight things in a different way. A lot of people may not know that you've actually advocated for a lot of these causes. You and I both actually have seen both sides of the perspective throughout our lives. We've seen both sides of the coin. And right now, times have just gotten crazy where it's like, I'm just going to step away from insanity. If you're doing an insane thing and you're just out there like acting like a real life zombie, I only acted in The Walking Dead as a show. I don't want to live that in real life, man. So I'm out of here.
And you know what, Pete? You brought up a real good point. They're blocking traffic. People are late for work. They're disrupted. How is that going to help people go to your cause? No, people think you're a fucking asshole. Okay? It's not helping your cause. People look at you and say, you're a lazy piece of shit that's blocking the road because you don't work and you collect welfare. That's what everybody thinks. They're not saying, oh my God, let me join the cause because the snow cone heads are blocking the fucking road. No, people are saying you're a fucking nutcase. That's what's going on. Honestly, Pete, that's what's going on. But they think they're doing something special. They're not.
Yeah, you're right, Danny. And I think it could be a mix of a lot of things and a lot of them, but their intention is definitely not coming out as the interpretation, like you just said. All of us see it overtly. And of course, if we're the ones that are trying to get to work and then we just got a line of people in front of us, it's like, dude, what, you know, you're impending progress. And that's not going to make me like your cause more.
Exactly. How about the businesses they destroyed? And the downtown businesses' windows they smashed. Like, you think you're going to get support of the city? Pete, they showed Oregon, Portland, Oregon on TV the other night. The businesses are all shut down. It's when I think of Portland, Oregon, I think something smells. Honestly, that's what I think. I think the whole city smells. It's a bunch of liberals that haven't bathed in 2 years. That's what I think. Okay, that's my head that I think when I hear Portland, Oregon. It's a bunch of smelly liberals. The whole city. That's what I think. And they ruined their whole city. A bunch of smelly liberals. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I can't stand these fucking people, Pete. I can't stand them. They're ruining the country. I hate their guts. I hate their guts. I'm done trying to talk to them. I'm done trying to negotiate with them. Fuck them. I'm done with them. I am. I'm done. They're nuts. How do you speak to nutty people? You can't. They're fucking nuts. They're attacking ICE agents with shovels, these stupid fucks. And they have rifles. They have fucking machine guns, and you're attacking them with a shovel. You're a stupid fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree. All I got to say is I do want to visit Portland one day. I've still never seen it. But, I'm going to expect exactly what you're telling me. So I'm ready to check it out. But we'll go with some cameras. We'll go with some minor detail flags, and we'll get some local opinion about why they think what they think.
And Pete, here's the thing: the Democrat politicians. Oh, I got to bring this up. The Democrat politicians are so dumb. Okay, Jasmine Crockett. Oh my God! Like, I don't even want to hate her because she's so dumb. I don't need to hate her. She's just a dumb ass. You know what she said, Pete? She said, "I just want everybody to know, cops are not there to stop crime. They're there to investigate it, not stop it. They get there after the fact and investigate it. They're not there to prevent crime." That's our number one reason is to be there is to prevent crime. Like, they're fucking crazy, these women. They're fucking nuts.
Wow. I can't believe that. I mean, how could anyone actually agree with that?
They do, because their base is all women. So when she speaks, she's like, "Queen women. She's queen bee women." And they all listen. They put their fucking mask on. They put some more fucking hair dye on. And they're like, "Tell us more, queen. Tell us fucking more."
Wow. Well, you know what, Danny? I know there are a lot of great women out there who are police officers, great women who are security guards, and who are, every profession, and they're out there protecting and serving. And I guarantee most of them do not agree with that. Most of the real officers on the front lines, they know that they're there to protect and serve, but also to prevent. Their presence is a show of force, like you explained to us on the Minor Details podcast many, many episodes ago. Your presence is a show of force. And by the way, so there's some very beautiful officers here in Las Vegas, if I might say so.
Pete, you always go to the women.
I just wanted to let everyone know that there are a few that are very very beautiful.
Pete, here's the thing. I mean, when you have this is the problem. When you have a party that's 80% women, 80%, okay? And women will never say, "You know what? I think that guy's right." Zero women do that. Zero. So you are not changing these women's minds. You're not. They're going to be like this to the end of time. And they just did a study. I've never heard of this before. It's called the Pew Study, PEW. They studied liberal women, the ones with the snow cone hairs, the fucking piercing, the bull ring nose. Which, ladies, I know you're going to say it. We're not wearing it for you. We're wearing it for us. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's fucking god awful. When men see it, they fucking run. You look like a psychopath nut. Okay, that's what you look like. But anyway, Pete, they did a study on these women. 54% of them have mental illness. Half of these women with the snow cone hairs are mentally fucking ill. Listen, I didn't have to be a psychiatrist to see that. I fucking see it with my own eyes.
No, if I were gambling, I would not have had to place a bet on that. I would have already known the answer. So that's
Yes.
not surprising at all. And all I can say is mental health is a real thing. And most of us in America have some sort of minor or major issues. A lot of us have
Yes.
major. What the major issues are manifesting. They're out of control. Someone who goes after an agent with a shovel, that's a major issue right there.
What would think you're going to win? I'm going to go after this guy with a shovel and show everybody how cool I am. Boom. Done. What an asshole. It's
Hey,
crazy, dude.
I mean, I'm probably just so low in terms of self-esteem or low in terms of the way that they viewed themselves that they were probably just ready to accept death and defeat. That's all I can imagine. And I don't know because I don't know these people, but I know how it is to feel low, Danny. A lot of people might not know this, but I was homeless, sleeping in my car. I've battled meth addiction as a teenager. I've lost loved ones. I've been in poverty. So I've faced some pretty overcoming, insurmountable odds that I had to overcome. And I know what it's like to feel desperate, but I'm never going to go after someone that has a gun when I have a shovel. I mean, that's just a death.
I don't get it. And it's, I'm telling you, Pete, this is going to get worse because these people are getting more and more brainwashed. They're going to come after these ICE agents. My prediction is we're going to have a major tragedy that's way worse than anything we've seen. And it's coming soon. I feel it, Pete. And I think you feel it. Something major is coming. These liberals are going to try something crazy and they're all going to get it. I'm telling you, something's coming. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, Danny, what can we do in your former law enforcement experience, in your Yoda-like Jedi Master knowledge that you have? How can we prepare for what's coming?
And 1 second, Pete, I want to get a question. We got a question. Everyone is worried about Minnesota while Iran is a wreck and World War III is coming. He's 100% right. And I don't want to get on that. We get on that in a little bit. But let's talk about that because he is right. And I am with the Iranian people. The Iranian people want freedom. They're all over the country. They want freedom. They want to be free. These Iranians are fighting their country, and Trump is thinking, I don't know if you noticed, they're killing them. They're killing their own citizens. They're shooting them for protesting. They're fucking shooting their own citizens. And Trump said, if you shoot one more citizen, we're coming after you. And I say, let's fucking go. It's time to take fucking Iran down. Fuck them. Let's free the fucking Iranian people. I agree 100%. Fuck it. Let's go to war. You know what? Give me a fucking gun. I lived long enough. Let's fucking fight. I'm ready to fucking go. I'll go at 57. I will go at 50 fucking 7. Let's go. Fuck these people. It's time. It's time to change this fucking world. It's time.
I'm with you, brother. If I have the opportunity, I'll be right there on the plane with you. And I'll say the same thing. Free Iran. You know, this is absolutely outrageous. I have some great friends, even here in Vegas, Danny, who are Iranian. And it's devastating what I'm seeing and hearing. And, you know, I can't scroll through the feed to just look at it. It's so horrifying. But action needs to be taken. We can't allow this in the world. Absolutely
No.
not.
And I don't know if you guys know this, okay? I'm going to tell you how dumb our women are, our liberal women in this country. They're supporting Palestine, they're supporting this. You fucking dumbasses. Them Iranian women are being abused. They even if they think they looked at another man, they fucking bury them up to their heads and fucking stone them. They stone them. And you're supporting this, you stupid snow cone head United States women. You are so fucking dumb. You are so dumb. These people abuse women. But look at Pete, it's happening in our country. You're like men compete in sports, so women can't win anything. And these women are supporting that too. They're fucking men pretending to be women. They're men. You're a fucking man. Look at me. You're a fucking man competing in women's sports. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, Pete. I'm fired up today. I'm fucking done with these liberals. I fucking hate them. They're ruining the fucking country.
You know what? The whole world, because here in America, we've always been we export culture, we export entertainment, we export our lifestyle and the rest of the world looks at us and they're glancing at us and seeing what we're doing, we're looking like a bunch of idiots. We've been at the bottom of the barrel with education for decades. We've been at the bottom of the barrel for health. We've been at the top of the list for prisons. We're at the top of the list for suicides, top of the list for heart attacks. This is ridiculous, man. We got to ship up as a country, and we got to change fast.
Pete, I agree with you. And it's mental health. Our mental health here in this country is nuts. When you have women out there, liberal women out there, supporting people that would murder them, and then you have gay women out there supporting a men that would throw you off a fucking building. If you were in Palestine, they would throw you off a building for being a lesbian. They would murder you. They would kill you. And you gave for Palestine. Like, Pete, I want to think, what is wrong with these people? Like, you've lost your mind. Now, listen, I get it. There is innocent women and children dying in Palestine, and I get it. So I get that. I get that point of view. But don't support this ISIS thing. These people murder women. They murder Christians. They murder everybody. They chop their fucking heads off, you stupid asses. They're not civilized. It's a non-civilized country. Do you realize that? Oh my God. I'm sorry, Pete. I'm done with this world this week. I'm done with the stupidity in this world.
Yeah, I can't think of a country where there isn't something going on right now, where it isn't going downhill fast. I mean, honestly, I got my passport ready, brother. I might be moving. I don't know.
Dude, I would say we don't get out of this year. What, out of revolution, some style revolution in this country by the Democrats and World War III. Tommy's sitting here and said he believes World War III has already started. And I think it did too. I think we're in a big fucking explosion waiting to happen. I do. It's coming. It could come any day. I really do.
So that brings me to a question that I was asking you, Danny, right before you answered another comment. I was wanting to ask you, what can we do to prepare? Because you're right, times have gotten bad. What can we do? You and me are one of the more sane ones, I like to think. So what can us smart people do?
Pete, protect yourself. And you know what I mean by that. I would be armed. I have 2 guns in my house. I'm going to buy another one. You got to be armed. When this shit goes down, you're not going to have law. You're not going to have law. You're not going to be able to call the police. You're going to have to protect your family on yourself. And it's coming, dude. It's coming. I see it coming. I'm going to predict. Here's a crazy prediction. Trump is going to he's going to make it martial law soon. Martial law is coming. Martial law is coming in this country because Minnesota is out of control. Okay? You got a Minnesota police chief taking sides because I don't know if people know this. The mayor of the city, who's a liberal fuck, okay? He's a liberal fuck. He's the one who decides who the police chief is. So what do you think? You think he's going to put Danny Miner as the police chief? Fuck no. He's going to put a liberal fuck as the police chief, and that's what he did. So we have a liberal fuck police chief in Minnesota, okay? Then we have the police chief in Seattle, who's another liberal fuck who cried. 2 people attacked agents and they shot 2 people in Seattle. And that fucking feminine police chief, because that's what he is, because if you're going to cry on air, you are basically a woman. You're a woman, buddy. Fucking turn in the fucking badge. I was embarrassed for you crying on air. And it's because they are assigned by the mayor. They're assigned by the mayor. They are political people too. The police chiefs are political moves.
They're just puppets, it sounds like, in that case. They're not even officers.
No, not at all. Not at all. And you know, Pete, I don't want to act like this. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But you know what? I'm losing my fucking country because of stupidity. So go fuck yourself. I'll say whatever I want.
It's not the same America, man. And I remember the 90s, the 2000s, and now the 2020s that we're living in. It's not the same America. It's not the same world. And like you said, we got to prepare. I think that material resources are going to be key right now. Like you just said, having protection, having preparation. And I'm also thinking about liquidity. What can we get to quick? What can we get to fast in a pinch? Because this could happen like that. Remember when the pandemic hit in 2020? It happened like that.
Pete, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to say this on air. You know where I live. you can come out here with me because this is going to be the safest place.
Yeah, I might be there.
I mean, you know where I live, man. It's going to be more safer where I live. You know what I mean? So just come out here when it starts, brother. Just come. I got your fucking back, dude. I got your back. And listen, we're kidding about this, but really, I'm not. I truly believe this will happen this year. I truly. And listen, here's the thing that you got to realize that you brought up. Our phone service, everything's going to be shut off. If shit hits the fan, okay, they're going to shut cell phone service off. They're going to shut everything down. You're going to have no contact with anybody. So get your plans ahead of time. Like me and you were saying, I'll meet you here, Pete. You meet me here. Because that's how it's gonna happen. It's gonna go down. It's only a matter of time. This world is crashing. The entire world's crashing, not just the United States. The entire world is crashing. And I think God's coming soon. I know you should think I'm crazy. I think Jesus Christ is coming soon. I really do. And there's, like I said, I told you about that Chris Blitzo from Sedona. He says 20 years ago, a spirit entered his house after he had a near-death experience. And he told him it was this year, April, Easter. That's what they're saying. And I don't know how true that is, Pete, but if you look, this world's crazy. We got mentally ill people all over it.
We do. We do. And I know we've seen a lot of predictions over the last few years. Some have partly come true, some have not come true at all. But at the end of the day, there is a tension now in the world that wasn't here before. There's definitely a different energy where you can feel that something is happening, a change is occurring.
Oh, Pete, I got to say something that our audience is going to love. Go, if you didn't see this video, I think I sent it to you, Pete. There was a Trump guy with an American flag, and he went into a group of liberals. And these liberals were yelling at him. Did you see it, Pete?
I didn't watch it yet, no.
Oh my God, I got to describe it to you. And folks, if you didn't see it, Google it. Just Google man beats up liberals. You see it. He has a flag and he's in the middle of these protests. And Pete, he's not a big muscle guy. He's an average guy. He's like me and you. Okay, he's just an average dude. He's not like pumped up. He's not bench pressing 500 pounds. Just an average dude with an American flag. They were all over him and they were getting horns and blowing horns in his ear and chasing her around. The guy goes fucking off. I swear to God, Pete, he took on 10, at least 10 liberal men and kicked their fucking asses. One guy beat up 10 men. It was beautiful. And at the end, there's this one liberal guy. He like takes his jacket off and he walks up to him like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna beat me up. One punch knocked him right unconscious. It was fucking beautiful. I watched it 1,000 times. You know what? When I get off, I'm watching it 1,000 more.
Now I'm going to watch it as soon as we get off here.
Dude, he beat the fuck out of them. He beat the shit out of every one of them because you are fighting feminine men. Okay? So it's one masculine man against 10 feminine men. Who do you think's going to win? Okay? And liberals, I just want to tell you, think twice before you think about this revolution. Think twice because we are bigger, stronger, we can shoot better, and we're better looking. Did I mention we're better looking too?
Yeah, you did, you know. And, hey, speaking of better looking, I want to talk about how you and me, Danny, we've been on a health journey. I wanted to mention this as a little bit of a positive change because there's so much craziness going on. First, I wanted to talk about my boy Jelly Roll, who I dropped an album with. He lost 275 pounds. He's now on the cover of Men's Health magazine. And today he just announced his first ever cartoon voiceover role in a major movie coming up. So shout out to Jelly Roll. That's awesome. I also wanted to shout out Danny because Danny went on a health journey a lot of people don't know about. So I wanted you to tell everyone out there about that, Danny.
Guys, about 7 years ago, like when I left police work, right? Being a cop, I was always over 200 pounds. I was basically average 225, 230. Honestly, that's what I averaged the whole time I was a cop. At one point when I was younger, I was bench pressing 400 pounds, okay? And I never really wanted to lose that weight because that weight helped me being a cop. You could fight more with that weight on you. Like you could hold somebody there to back up kicks. And I felt I needed that weight so I wouldn't get hurt being a cop. Because I hate to tell you this, you're fighting all the time as you're a patrol cop. You really are. When I became a detective, not so much fighting. Okay. But when I was a patrol cop, there was. So as a cop, I always kept weight on. So when I got off being a cop, I really bloomed up. I was retired. I started eating. I was out of control. I bloomed up to 260 pounds. I kid you not, Pete. And I said, that's it. And I started walking I took it simple. I just said to myself, I'm going to walk every single day. And that's what I did. I started walking every day. And people, you're not going to believe this. It works. Walking is one of the best exercises you could do. People don't realize that. They think they have to run. You don't have to run. Just go out and take a walk. And that's what I started doing. Then I got into the weights. I started pumping the weights. So I started lifting the weights, started walking. And then I gave up alcohol because alcohol is so many calories, Pete. Like, you know how it is. You go out, you have a beer, then you have another beer. Next thing you had 10. That's 1,500 calories. Plus you ate wings and everything else with it. Next thing you know, you had a 4,500 calorie night and you're 260 fucking pounds. Okay. And that's what I used to do. So I said to myself, I got to drop the alcohol. So I got rid of the alcohol. I have not had a drop of alcohol in like 8 years, at least. Now, do I get high? Of course I get high, but I haven't drank in 8 or 9 years. And I don't expect myself ever to drink again. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss drinking at all. So that helped me, guys. But I also found a guy on TikTok that does exercises where you don't need weights. I still use weights, and I did these exercises. Guys, it put muscles on my arms, my chest muscles increased. And I was telling Pete, for the first time in my life, I'm losing my stomach. I've had a stomach my whole life, guys. I'm 57 years old and just doing things consistently daily. And Pete, I just want to say one thing to the people out there. If you miss a day, who cares? That used to bother me. Like, someone would come up and I'd miss a day and I'd feel bad about myself. And then I would just blow it the rest of the week. You miss a day, who cares? You just get back on it the next day. You had a bad day, get back on it the next day. So you could miss a day once in a while. You just got to get back on it the next day. Consistency is the key in everything successful, and including weight loss.
I love that, Danny. I just want to say congratulations. That's amazing. Jelly Roll credits a lot of his weight loss to some of the same things: drinking less alcohol. I don't think he quit yet, but he's drinking less, walking a lot. So Jelly Roll was almost 500 pounds. That's how he lost his first 200, was mostly by walking and diet. And you just said a third thing, Danny, that reminded me of why you're so healthy now. You're getting ripped up, your six pack showing. It's because you're.
I didn't say it's not a six pack.
Yeah. Okay. Well, coming on the.
Let's call it a 2-pack.
All right, the 2-pack here. It's not a keg. It's no longer a keg.
It's not a keg anymore.
So one other thing, and a lot of people may not know, I used to be a personal trainer when I lived in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And one thing that we learned in the fitness industry is that when you're mentally and emotionally doing well, your physical body will start healing. When you start releasing trauma and getting rid of stress, when you start making more income, when you start following your dreams, when you start doing things that are fun and exciting to you, like you, Danny, ranting and raving on the Minor Details and the Danny Minor Show, you're going to be healthier because of these things. And it's a real fact. It's science.
Yeah, it really is. And guys, you get addicted to it. And I'm going to say something even crazier because I used to hear this from people and I never believed it. But Pete, I actually eat more throughout the day than I did when I was fat. And I just eat small meals. Like, I wake up, I'll have an energy bar, some coffee. Then for lunch, maybe I'll have a slice of pizza or something. At night, I'll have a little bigger meal. But I'm eating snacks throughout the day. I probably eat more throughout the day than I did when I was fat. When I was fat, I would just sit down and gorge. And here's the other thing. I don't go for seconds anymore. There's no seconds for me. I eat and that's it. There's no seconds, and I limit myself to 2 slices of pizza. When I was my heaviest, I eat the whole fucking pan, dude.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, and 1 second, I dropped actually down to 165. I went down to 165 pounds, and I look like shit. I mean, I did. I look skinny. I look like I was taking Ozempic. So then I started working out, and I'm about 185 now. So I gained about 20 pounds back. I fluctuate between 185 and 190. That's where I fluctuate. And So I gained 20 pounds of that back with muscle and working out because I looked horrible at 165 pounds. I really did. I didn't look good at all.
So how many years ago was it that you were 165? Couple years?
Yeah, maybe only 2, 3 years ago.
Interesting. Because
Yeah.
I've known you, you seemed to be in good shape. You seem to be in ideal shape since I've known you.
Yeah, I mean, that's just because I do it. I mean, that's because you know me while I'm working out. If you like my buddies on here that I was a cop with, I don't know, Mike Gaudiano, he was our guest host on the Minor Details. He'll tell you I was fat. I was fat, but Pete, I was always good looking. Even when I was fat, ladies, I was good looking.
Yo, that Italian gene, it's coming out. Hey, I love it. You know, at the end of the day, we take care of ourselves, and that's important. That's why we feel better and we look better because we make efforts. Look at the people who don't exercise ever. Yeah, you know.
And guys, I want to tell you something else why I'm doing this. I'm old, and I see people not being able to get off their couch. I see them in wheelchairs. People my age that I went to high school with are in wheelchairs already. They can't get off their couch. They can't do this. That's why I'm doing this because I want to exercise so I can live a healthy life even when I'm older. I'll be able to get off the couch and go see my grandkids and go do this because if you're heavier, guys, it's going to be harder to get up off the couch. If you're heavier, it's going to be harder to get in a car. If you're lighter, it's easier. And I hate to say that. I'm not making fun out of fat people because I was one. I'm just telling you, skinnier and healthier is better. Believe me. Do I sometimes look at something and say, oh, I'd like to eat all of that? Of course. But my stomach's shrunk now and I can't. And that's Pete. Every time we go to the strip, I still get a milkshake every time. Don't I?
Hey, we eat good on the strip. That's all I can say. We eat very.
Yes. I still get ice cream every time me and Pete go to the strip. Every single time.
We need to go back soon. It's been too long, Danny.
It's been about 5 months since me and you hung out in the strip. Honestly, at least we got to get there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and I'll be honest, a lot of people that live here don't go to the strip. Me and you go to the strip a lot. We do, both of us.
Yeah, I like it. I love Vegas because there's so much to do and you can always do it. 24/7 you can go to the strip or downtown. So, Danny, if I can, I want to transition into someone who took their own health into their hands, Kiefer Sutherland. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Let me tell everyone if they didn't hear about it. Actor Kiefer Sutherland, who I love, just he's a great actor. I saw him sing one time in Atlanta. My friend Skylar gave him a copy of my book, Path to Success. I love Kiefer Sutherland, but apparently he did not like his Uber or his Lyft driver in LA because Monday is on Sunset and Fairfax in Los Angeles. Allegedly, Kiefer Sutherland got in his rideshare car, attacked the driver, and threatened him. Maybe threatened to kill him or threatened him in some way. And then Kiefer Sutherland went to jail, and now he posted out on a $50,000 bond. So I don't know what was up. Maybe it's exaggerated. Maybe there was alcohol involved. What do you think, Daddy?
I would say alcohol is probably involved. Now, I don't know Keith Sutherland, but I would think alcohol is involved. And I liked him in that Western. What the hell was that Western about Billy Kid?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
my God. I can't think of it. Anybody, our audience, if anybody remembers that,
Yeah.
he was in a Western with Billy the Kid, Charlie Sheen's brother.
Of course, yeah, Young Guns.
Young Guns. I loved Young Guns. That was a great movie, man. An awesome movie.
And Young Guns 2, two classic movies. So I hope that Kiefer didn't really do that, but if he did, maybe there was some cause. I don't know, but it's some crazy news. That's how we are in the entertainment world. We always hear this crazy news because there's a celebrity. It's going to be reported.
And I just want to say something, a little off the subject. We talked about Billy the Kid and that Western. I went to New Mexico this year, and I went to where Billy the Kid was housed in that jail, broke out, shot 2 guards. I seen the whole Billy the Kid thing throughout New Mexico. It was awesome. I'm going to tell you this. I'm a big fan of New Mexico. New Mexico was nice. You know why? Every corner was a dispensary. Every single. They had trailers selling this. Trailers on what do you call like food trucks? Vending food trucks were selling marijuana on the corners in New Mexico. I love New Mexico, and it was really cool to see all the different Billy the Kid places there. You were able to go and see everywhere Billy the Kid was. It was really cool.
Yeah, I love it too. So we should definitely take some road trips out to New Mexico and do some reporting live.
And the people were nice. I liked everything about New Mexico. Everybody was nice
Yeah.
there. I enjoyed myself. It was a nice place to visit.
Yeah, every time I've been, I've had good food, good culture, and beautiful women.
It always goes back to women for Pete. And the
Not
other,
only in certain places. New Mexico, they're out there. Arizona, they live there too. And here in Vegas,
and you know what else we did, Pete? I went and did the Breaking Bad tour in Albuquerque. So I went to all the different places. I went to the house, okay? And that lady was so mad we were there. That lady that owns that house, what's Walter White's house?
yeah.
She hates everybody that goes there, man. She stands out there with this face. She yells at cars when they're going by. So I went to Walter White's house. I went to all of the different things, that restaurant, the car wash. I was at everything.
You know what, Danny? I almost would want to talk to that lady, like walk up to her and be like, "Ma'am, why are you so mad? You live in a famous house. You live in a landmark. You should expect this. You should be honored by this, or sell it to me."
I I would make money from it. I would
Yeah.
give tours to the house. Come on in, $10, $10 for a tour to the fucking house. I would be an entrepreneur.
How about we propose her a deal, Danny? If she doesn't want this house, we'll.
And it's on a residential street. I mean, just in the middle of, in a residential area. The car wash is off to the side a little bit, but that restaurant where that guy owned the restaurant who they end up killing, that I forget the black guy. I can't think of his name in the part the black guy played, but he owned that restaurant. So we went to that restaurant. Honestly, it was cool as hell. They had the booth where they sat in. You could take a picture where they sat. They had everything.
And you're talking about the Chicken Man, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I went to that restaurant.
Great guy. That's so epic. You know, when I worked on The Walking Dead down in Sonoya, Georgia, they created the Walking Dead sound stages and studio in this little kind of community in the middle of the woods, basically in Sonoya. And then those houses just started skyrocketing in value because it became the set of Alexandria, which is the town. So everyone that lived there, they didn't want to sell their houses anymore. Their property values just tripled. It's crazy how just a star-studded location can mess everything up or bring you tourists if you like the tourists.
Yeah. And guys, why we're on the entertainment thing, I told Pete I wanted to bring up Landman. How many people watch Landman? Do you watch it?
I've seen a little so far, but I like what I've seen. I love it so far.
Okay, I just watched the final episode of season 2. I'm not going to ruin it on anybody, but I'm going to tell you this. The end of season 2, you're gonna be like, I can't wait to see season 3. So there was definitely where you're like, wow. But there was one scene I do want to mention because it fits everything here. Billy Bob Thornton's the main character. His name is Tommy in it. His daughter is going to college for the first time, and she lived under conservative values. So she lived in a Republican house. Okay. So she has Republican values. She goes to college, and her roommate at college is a far left liberal, a far left snow cone head liberal. And she's like, I need my safe space. I need the lights out. I don't want music in here. I don't want meat. You're not allowed to eat meat in here. They made fun of liberals so bad in this episode, and it went on for like 30 minutes. Just hammering liberals, hammering. It was awesome. I'm telling you, go watch Landman. It was awesome.
Sounds so amazing because a lot of that hammering is just common sense. You
I
know,
know.
it's like just wake up, open your eyes, and I love it that they're putting it in entertainment now.
And then she went to the school counselor, and the school counselor was a liberal. And she's like, well, she needs her safe space. She goes, oh, I know. Oh, and then she said to her, she wants me to call them they, them. Why would I call them they, them? That's puerile. There's not two of them. There's only one of them. That's what she tells the counselor. She says, I'm not calling them they, them. And the counselor's like, oh, I'm getting triggered. Oh, my God, I'm getting triggered because the counselor was a liberal snow cone head, too. Guys, liberal women are ruining this country. They're ruining the country. I can't believe it. You can't say anything about a liberal woman. They're fucking triggered. Ah, I'm triggered. I need help. Get me a psychiatrist.
You know what's hilarious, Danny? I'm not that far along in the show. I'm just starting it, but I've had like 10 people including you, that don't know each other that have all told me the same thing about Landman. So I'm going to watch it now, and I'm going to get my popcorn ready.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. Billy Bob Thornton, that guy could act. Oh my God, is he? That guy is such a good actor. I could watch him all the time, and I don't know if you. Sam Elliott's in this too. He's Billy Bob Thornton's dad in it.
Yeah, legendary, so awesome, man. What a good cast.
And Sam Elliott's. I looked it up. Sam Elliott's like 83 years old, and
Yep.
Billy Bob Thornton's 70. You got a 70-year-old guy and an 83-year-old guy as the main actors. It's crazy, dude. And I don't know if you know Billy Bob Thornton's wife, ex-wife. She's his ex-wife in the movie, but they're like back together. She's crazy in the movie. She makes the movie great too. She's the girl that played. Oh God, she played that football movie years ago where she put the whipped cream on herself and came out. God, I can't think of the name of the movie.
I remember it's called Varsity Blues. I'll never forget that movie.
She's the wife in this movie, dude, and she's as crazy as she was then. And my buddy Mike, my buddy Mike called me the other day. He's like, "Yo, she's in her 50s and she's still pretty good looking." He said,
Can't wait. I'm excited now.
"Dude, it's a good movie, man. I mean, it's a good show. It keeps you on your chair." Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to ruin this, I swear, but I got to say this. He needed a physical therapist for his dad, so he hired a stripper to be his physical therapist.
I love that. That's so epic. Go ahead.
He's paying her $1,000 like a week to take care of his father, and basically she's a stripper, and she's pretending she's a physical therapist.
That's so epic. All I got to say is Taylor Sheridan, the creator of that show, I think he's a genius. He also created Yellowstone. He created Mayor of Kingstown. He created Tulsa King and several others. And he's not really tolerating all this woke BS. He's keeping it like real. He's keeping it raw, and he's telling real stories. And he's not censoring for just the Hollywood agenda. So I'm going to watch all of Landman because of that.
Listen, and sign me up, Tommy said. Tommy, watch it. It's a great show. And Pete, you brought something up. And you know, people think people are against gay people or stuff like that. It's not. We're just when we watch a show, every show's a gay couple, every show's an interracial couple. We know that's not true life. But for some reason, Hollywood wants to show this in every single movie. And people are done with it. Everything's woke. These woke movies are going right down the fucking toilet. I don't get it. People are telling Hollywood, we don't want this, but yet they're still doing it and they're failing. They're failing. I don't get it, Pete. I don't get it. Why are they making these woke movies? I don't get it.
I think that Taylor Sheridan and this new wave is going to start turning that around. I predict in 2026, we're going to see an uprising against that. We're going to see new filmmakers. We're going to see some new Hollywood movies and hopefully new TV shows and content that are going to come with some real and common sense content and not any of this agenda garbage, including our content. We're bringing it real too, you know?
Oh yeah, listen, and you know I thank Tommy because Tommy brought something up to me. I had him as a guest on my show, and he said he'd rather listen to us because we're real. There's not an agenda. No one's paying us to say stuff. I'm telling you right now, if you don't think our news media, and that includes Fox, guys, that includes Fox, they're getting paid to say this shit. They're getting paid to make this shit up. And I know it. They're getting paid for an agenda. That you know it, I know it. Our news media cannot be trusted. Republican, the left, whatever. No news media could be trusted. And that's why they're going away. They showed the ratings this week. CNN and MSNBC is just, it's going so down. Like nobody watches it. Pete, they showed the one day Cooper, what's his name? Oh God, I can't think.
Anderson.
Anderson Cooper only had 55,000 people watch his show. Pete, that night I had 500,000 views on my stuff. Like I get more views than him. Like the news, could you imagine that? A news station only got 55,000 views. Wouldn't you sit there if you were the boss and say, maybe we're doing something wrong? Maybe people don't want this. But CNN continues it. They continue to fucking lie. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're going to crumble at some point, Danny, and that's why you're getting reached out to by TMZ for special appearances. That's why you're getting booked across the country for paid podcast appearances, and that's why you're getting all of these interests from all these different venues because they realize that you are the real deal, not CNN.
Right. And Pete, as you know, and to the people here on Rumble, because I'm new on Rumble, I'm only here a month. For the people on Rumble, there will be times you'll disagree with me because if I think the Republicans did something wrong, I call it out. And you know that, Pete. I got hate from the Republicans over a bunch of things. So if I see something wrong, I call them out. And that's how it should be. We shouldn't agree with somebody 100%. We shouldn't. Like me and you, Pete. There's no way. We're men, so we agree on most things, but we're not going to agree on everything, probably 70%. So I'm not going to agree with my party 100%. So you got to call your party out too when they do something wrong. And that includes Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, over the year that we've been doing the podcast together, I know there's been many times where we both saw it a little different. We had difference of opinions, but at the end of the day, we can both come together with our two voices and not try to come after each other with shovels. You know, we can say,
Yes.
hey, I respect you. You have a different opinion. Cool. Like you said, we're both men, and you and me are both common sense men. So we're not very dumb.
And guys, I want to tell you something. I went to Chicago twice, went into the liberal protest. My lonesome with no backup, guys. No backup whatsoever. I went into these liberal protests and walked them. Walked them. And I interviewed these liberals and I did it with respect. And I'm going to be honest with you. I told them I was a Republican before I interviewed them. I said, listen, I have conservative values. I said, but I'm going to do a good interview and I'm going to be respectful. And they respected that too. And that's why they did the interview with me. Okay. But I did not hide that I was a Republican. I told them straight out I was a Republican. I went right up to Don Lemon, who was in the crowd, and I told Don I was a Republican. And me and him talked. You know what I mean? And I asked Don, I said, quit yelling into an echo chamber and have me on your podcast because you have an echo chamber where everybody agrees with you. I said, I'll be respectful. Invite me on your podcast. But Don Lemon still has no balls and it won't invite me on the podcast. Don Lemon, I'm calling you out. Invite me on your podcast. I'll be respectful, but I want to debate you. And you have no chance to debate me. I just want to tell you straight out, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. So I understand why you're scared. I understand. I'm a great debater. You can't beat me.
Well, there it is. Don Lemon, the challenge has been extended. Danny Miner challenges you to a debate anytime, any day. Don Lemon, give us a call.
And Pete, I'm going to tell you something. About 4 years ago, no, about 3 years ago, I was fighting online with Michael Rappaport because Michael Rappaport, he was a big far left guy. He was a big far left guy. And over the last 2 years, he's changed. Like he's changed. He is 100% against these Democrats now. He's against Mudani, that new New York mayor. He's fighting against it. Why? Because he finally woke up. Michael Rappaport is Jewish. And he finally woke up and thought, you know what? I don't think these Democrats are for Jewish people. No shit. They fucking hate you. Democrats hate Jewish people. They hate Catholic people. They hate Christians. Okay? Anybody with a religion except Muslims, the Democrats hate. I said what I said.
Wow. I didn't realize that you personally were in the DMs with Michael Rappaport. He's an amazing actor, by the way.
I actually liked him when he was an actor, but me and him were like I was stitching his videos and everything, Pete. Like because he was totally against Republicans, but then in the last year with this Mudani in New York City and all these Democrats acting crazy and Israel because he's a Jewish person, he finally woke up and Michael Rappaport's like, you know what? I'm going on the Republican side, and he changed his whole thing.
Wow. That's crazy. You know what? Hey, there's always going to be crazy out there, and hopefully everyone will wake up and smell the coffee one day. I do see in the comments that Tommy says he has an announcement. So, Tommy, if you have an announcement, go ahead and let me know. I want to shout out Tommy right now because his episode on the Danny Miner Daily Show was insane. He revealed some stuff that I'm not going to repeat it because I want you to go back and watch the episode. But Tommy's got some stories, so everyone go follow Tommy right now.
And I want to get Tommy back on too. I want to talk more paranormal with Tommy. And you know what? If we ever do some kind of paranormal thing, you're invited, Tommy. Tommy's definitely invited.
Nice.
Tommy said 1 year next month he'll be following the minor details for 1 year, and he thanks Sly Stallone for it because Sly Stallone was reposting my videos. Way to
Hey,
go, Rocky! Way to go, Rocky!
hey, I love that. Congratulations. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Sylvester Stallone, for that love also.
And listen, we'll go another 10 minutes. I just want to show you guys my chair. See how my chair lights up?
It's a beautiful chair, Danny. To me, it looks like a gaming chair, like a video game chair.
Exactly. And as soon as we get off here, I'm going back to my roots. I'm going to play some video games tonight. I decided. I hooked up my PlayStation. I'm a sports guy. I play sports games. I'm not like a shooter game. I'm gonna probably play basketball, football, or baseball game. And I like playing a full season. I love doing that. So I'm back. At 57 years old, I'm back playing PlayStation tonight.
I love it, Danny. PlayStation was my original escape. I bought the original PlayStation back in '97 when it came out. I was working hard. I was scrimping and saving money. And man, it was so magical. Now, which generation do you have? Do you have the new PlayStation, the 5, or what?
No, I have the four. I
Okay.
have the four. I
That's a,
know I want to get the other one, but you got to realize I grew up with Atari. Atari was our first game system. And to the people out there, I'll never forget this. I swear to you guys, I think I was like 12, 11 when Atari came out. And I was so scared my parents couldn't afford it. It was 40 bucks. The Atari system was 40 bucks and it came with Space Invaders and Combat. So you had two video games. The system was $40. I think it was $39.99. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I don't know if my parents could afford this. I was so happy when I got that gift. And all my other friends got it too. But honestly, 40 bucks back then was a lot to ask your parents for. $40 was a lot of money.
oh, yeah, it was. You know, when the Nintendo came out, the NES, all the kids in my school got an NES. Well, my mom and dad found an old Sega Master System at a used discount store. So while everyone Nintendo, I had an old school Sega Master System, and I told everyone at school I have a Sega, and they said, "Oh, you have a Sega Genesis?" I said, "No, Sega Master System." They're like, "Wah wah wah." But I didn't. Eventually, I got the NES. Eventually, we got the Super Nintendo, and then I saved up for the PlayStation. My brothers got the N64 and the GameCube. It was history from there on.
And it's funny because I played them too. The 64 and all that stuff. I played them games too. And Pete, growing up, like I'm a lot older than you. What I got like 15 years on you, right? Or more. And the thing is, when I grew up, we couldn't even afford a VCR. And you're going to think this is insane, but we couldn't afford a VCR. We would rent one on the weekend. My parents would say, Dad got extra money this week. We'll rent a VCR Friday and return it Sunday so we could watch movies from Friday to Sunday. We couldn't afford a VCR. And then my parents went to Rent a Center and we rented to own one. That's how poor we were. But you know what? My parents never let me know we were poor. I just didn't think we were. I didn't know we were poor. Do you know what I mean? We couldn't afford a VCR. I mean, we couldn't. It's
Wow.
crazy.
I wonder how much it was to rent. It was probably like pretty expensive over the whole payment plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like $10 to rent or something for the weekend. But
Okay.
then, to pay, I don't know, like $50 a week. I don't know what the hell it was till you paid it off. But
Oh,
to my parents' thing, you guys got to realize VCRs back then when they first came out were like $900. You know what I
okay.
mean? They were
Yeah.
expensive, like anything. Everything comes out real expensive. Then they think we can't just sell it to rich people. We won't make a profit. We have to sell it to poor people. So then they lower the price. Honestly, that's what happens. Everything
Yeah.
comes out expensive, then it gets lower.
Yeah. That's why I haven't bought the PS5 yet. Now, what else do you have? Do you just have a PS4 or do you have the Xbox? Do you have any other systems?
I used to have an Xbox. I got rid of it before when I left, when I moved to Vegas. I got the PS4. And like I said, I'm a sports guy. I like playing the basketball games, the baseball, all of that stuff, and I'll play a season. I
No.
love all of that stuff. I'm just a big sports guy when it comes to that.
Okay. I think we know what teams you're going to be picking. We already know.
The Eagles, the Sixers, the Phillies,
Yep.
and the Golden Knights in hockey. The
And,
Knights.
and I can't wait to get to a Golden Knights game one day. We should go one day when we have a chance.
Pete, whenever you want to go, I'll go. Honestly, it's expensive though. I'll give you that.
That's okay. That's okay. Our sponsors will cover it. Thank you to our sponsors.
We need the Golden Knights to sponsor us. We'll mention them every night. We want season tickets. We want season tickets, Golden Knights.
Dude, I would wear nothing but Golden Knights attire head to toe if they sponsor us. I promise.
Me too. I'm telling you. And Pete, I've been to probably 12 games, 12 or
Okay,
13 games. I
nice.
love it. It's an experience because the Vegas people love the Golden Knights. I
They're
mean,
crazy.
they love the Golden Knights.
Insane. I don't know why that they're the energy out here during a game. I was at Park MGM and Aria right next to where they're playing. Dude, the energy is crazy. These Golden Knights fans are just like, whoa, they're wild, man.
The game is so fun to see. See, and guys, if you've never seen hockey in person, it's better in person. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
can't watch it on TV, but in person, it's awesome to watch. It's awesome. I love watching hockey in person.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait. Hey, we'll be there soon. We're gonna do so many more cool things here in Vegas.
And listen, before we get off, let's go 5 more minutes, Pete, and then we'll call it a night. I want to tell people that they are building the Ace Stadium right on the strip. The Ace Stadium is going to be maybe a block and a half away from the hockey stadium. So you're going to be able to go watch a baseball game, watch a hockey game. Guys, it's going to be beautiful. And this stadium is going to be like an indoor outdoor stadium. It's going to be amazing. I mean, Vegas is just getting bigger. This city is blowing up. Now I'm hearing reports that we are going to get a basketball team in 2 years, and LeBron James is offering to buy it, and they want it to be on Blue Mountain. That's where they want to build the arena. You know where the Blue Mountain Road is, Pete? So it's off the strip out of the area,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's where they want to build it.
Hey, it's insane just watching the city grow in the couple years that I've been here is wild. Like you mentioned, those things are happening. There's also the Stranger Things land that has been confirmed. It's a Stranger Things immersive park that's being built. And there's also the Nostalgia Park that's going to be built that's going to have themes from the 80s, 90s, and 70s, or maybe it's 80s, 90s, and 2000s, but it's going to be like decades in different themes. And we also have the recent Horror Unleashed year round horror theme park here. So there's so much to do here in Vegas. You got to come out.
And I think, what do we have, like 400 houses there, right? At,
Yes.
at least 400 or 500 houses that they have, right? And then we have Area 15, where me and you were just at. Area 15 is a cool place. Like, this city, guys, it's a great place to live. You are never bored because, and Pete will tell you, it's a weekend every night here because people don't work regular jobs here. There's no Monday through Friday weekends off jobs here. Very little. So most people work at night. They work different hours. So every day of the week here is a weekend. You're not going to miss anything. You could go out on a Monday and still have as much fun as if you went on a Saturday and Sunday. Am I right, Pete?
You're absolutely right. That's why I'm very fortunate and blessed. That's why I chose to move to the city because I grew up in a place where there was absolutely nothing to do except get into trouble.
Right. I mean, me and you right now, it's 9 o'clock, and me and you could go get steak and lobster somewhere at 10, 11 o'clock at night. That's how Vegas is. And we can hang out to 5 in the morning and not be bored, and people are still out. I don't even know how to explain this city to people. It really is the entertainment capital world. Anything you want to do, you could do. It's never boring here, ever.
It's a blessing. I feel very privileged and very blessed to live here. And to put up with the scorching summer heat is a small trade off. Like, that's the worst thing I can think about since I've lived here is the scorching heat in the summer. It's not that bad compared to all the benefits.
And Tommy mentioned in the comments he likes when you do reviews, Pete. And you do good. You do a good job with the reviews.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to see more places. Danny, let's do a review of all these new places. The Horror Unleashed. When I do a Golden Knights game, we'll do a review together. It's going to be
Yeah,
epic.
let's do that. It really is. And guys, I'm going to tell you, when I meet Pete on the strip, basically what we do is we just walk the entire strip. And we'll put on like 6 miles that day, 6 or 7 miles. I'm not kidding you. We'll walk the strip and we'll hit every single casino, throw $10 in, $5, $10. And by the end of the night, we might have lost $40, right? We don't lose a lot of money. And sometimes we win. I've been lucky, Pete. I've been lucky.
You do. And yes, we've both been lucky and we both lost a little, but overall we have fun and we do it responsibly. That's the important thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Vegas. You can go down to the Las Vegas Strip and walk it and get exercise too. I mean, the exercise, you're up and down the escalators, you're walking, and Pete will tell you before you know it, you've walked 6 miles. Like the Las Vegas Strip, I believe, is 4 miles long. I think it's 4 miles, right? Somewhere around there.
4.2, yeah. Absolutely.
You know what we missed, Pete? Maybe next year. I think they had it already. 2 years ago, I walked up the Stratosphere.
I have never done that. I've never been to the top yet still.
Oh, I've been to the top, but I actually walked it. There's steps inside that walk all the way up. I did it as a competition. I got a medal for doing it. I have a medal right here on my wall.
Do they give anyone a medal who does it?
Hang on a second. I'm going to show it to you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the
Yeah,
strat, the venues
here,
that
look.
I'm waiting for a good occasion to go. Awesome. Climb the strat. Wow.
I climbed the Strat. 2023, I climbed the Strat.
How long did that take you?
All right, I'm going to tell you guys. They put us in age brackets. So the over 50 people went last because they figured the young people would be passing us on the stairway. Okay. So listen, guys, I practiced for this. There's a hill out here in the lake, and I practiced walking up and down this hill. So my calves and stuff would be burning because I knew, I don't know how, it was hundreds of floors, hundreds and hundreds of floors that you had to walk up just like this, So, Pete, I start walking, and I thought to myself, every floor was labeled, and I think there was 110 floors. I don't remember exactly, right? I didn't want to look at the floors because I knew psychologically it would crush me. Like if I was tired and I looked up and it said 20 floors, I'd be like, fuck. You know what I mean? So I kept my head down so I couldn't see what floor I'm on. But Pete, my calves started hurting so bad because you're going up steps. So this lady passes me and she goes to me as she's passing me. She goes, "Are your calves hurting?" I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Flat foot it. You have to flat foot it." So I started flat footing it to stop my calves from hurting. Now, like every 20 floors, they had water breaks. Like they give you water, just like a race that you get water as you're going up. So here's the thing. I did it in like 23 minutes. Okay? Pete, I got up there. They gave me, as soon as you make it, they have somebody to place a medal right on your neck the minute you make it to the top. So I made it to the top. They placed this medal on my neck. And I'm thinking, you know what? I did pretty good for a guy my age. I thought, you know what? I think I might I might even place in this thing. Pete, I was in the bottom 10%.
No, of your age group, you mean?
Yes. Yes.
Wait. So you mean the whole thing, right? Not your age group. You mean you're in the bottom 10% of the entire race?
I think it was my age group.
So you think you did really bad then, it sounds like.
Dude, the person that won it did it in 6 minutes.
What?
They had to run. They had to run.
100 flights.
100 flights in 6 minutes. It took me like 23 minutes to do it. But it was the longest 23 minutes of my life. I was in so much fucking pain, dude.
Dude, person with doping, they were a robot or AI or something. That seems inhuman.
You know what? The results are still up. I'm going to get the results and I'll send them to you. The results are still up. But I think, here, let me see when I did this. Did they have a date on it? Oh, Pete! February 26th. We should train. We should do it.
You know what? It's the 2-year anniversary. Let's go. Rocky style. Da, 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 da,
Dude, we'd have a month and a half to train.
We can do it. I'm already working out. I'm already walking.
I'm already working out too. I'll just start walking this hill. I'm going to look into it. Maybe we'll do it.
Let's do it and let's film it and let's live stream it. Let's strap a camera to us somehow. I don't know. Let's figure out a way to make it fun.
I did live stream it last time I went. I just didn't do it when I was walking up the steps, but I will this time. You're right. I will this time.
I think people want to see that agonizing, horrible journey.
Oh my God. And it is. I'm telling you, and Pete, I forgot to tell you this. I started thinking, I'm going to look at the floor. My legs were hurting so bad. I'm like, I got to be close to the end. I got to be. I looked up and I was on flight 43. I wasn't even halfway done. Pete, I was like, I'm not going to make it. But you know what? You know me. I'm not going to give up. I would have crawled up them fucking steps, dude.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I would have crawled up them. So I'll send you all the information. And you know what? You can get sponsors, and they sponsor you if you do it, like businesses and stuff, and the donations go to, like, I don't know, some kind of fund, some kind of fund for some kind of poor people or homeless people or something.
That's good. Awesome. Well, hey, let's do it and let's get some sponsors and let's promote it here on social media.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? If we promote on social media, definitely. But Pete, thanks for coming on. I just want to say to our audience out there, thank you. We had an audience that didn't leave the whole time. They stayed with us a whole hour and 15 minutes. Thank you guys. I hope we were entertaining. I'm definitely going to be back on. Pete, you could be back on if you want tomorrow. I'm probably going to go fishing tomorrow because it's going to be another 70-degree day. I hiked today and didn't go fishing. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going fishing. So see you guys. We'll talk to everybody. Thanks, Pete.
Have a good night. See y'all.